In this video, we will build a simple to-do list app with Java Spring Boot and RedisJSON. What is RedisJSON? RedisJSON is a high-performance NoSQL document store, which means it's similar to MongoDB and provides some extra functionalities. Also, Redis currently is making a promotion that if you sign up with this link that I will provide in the description of the video, you have a chance to win a Tesla. The link is redis.info/Antonio. So use this link. You get also $200 of free credits using this coupon code, and you have a chance to win a Tesla. So now I will sign up with my account. I logged in now, so let's add a new subscription. Let's select the free plan, AWS here, and I will select Europe. The subscription name, I will call it database. And let's create this subscription. So I created a subscription. Now let's create a new database. I'll call it Redis DB. And for the modules here, we'll select RedisJSON and also Redis Search. Redis Search enables you to make queries just like Elasticsearch. So you may want to search more into that if you want. And that should be it. Let's activate the database. While it's being activated, let's add the frontend. So the frontend will be pre-built. I'll provide this link in the description of this video. I'll copy the link and I will run git clone Redis frontend. I will go to the folder and run npm install. So while this is getting installed, I think the database is ready. So we have a link here, a public endpoint, which we will use it later. So now here run npm start. So this will run the frontend on port 3000 and we will have an error. So we got the error. The error is that we are requesting this URL which doesn't exist for the moment. So let's build that. Let's go to start.spring.io. I'll create a Maven project in Java. I'll select default here. The group will be com.scalable scripts. And the project, I will call it Java Redis. So Java and Redis JSON. I think everything is as it should. I will add a dependency here, just Spring Web, and that's it. I will generate the project and I will open it with my IDE. So I open the project now. I will make some changes now. I'll remove the test folder. We don't need it. I'll go to the main resources. I'll remove these two folders. And in application properties, I'll add here that the server port is 8000. So this is the port that this frontend wants, the port 8000. Now I will create here a package, so an empty directory. I will call it controllers, and inside I will create a Java class. I will call it task controller. This will be a REST controller, so don't forget to import this REST controller here. And let's add the first route. So this route will return an iterable of task, but for the moment we will not add that object. Simply we will return a new array list like this, and this is a get mapping to the tasks. So I added this only to resolve this problem because we don't have this endpoint. So what is left is to run this app. Let's run this application, but we will still have a problem everything will run fine, we will have a course problem. So I will inspect, I will see the network and I will refresh. Still it won't work because we have a course problem. To resolve this course problem, simply go to our Spring Boot application and add here a configuration, and also we need to enable web MVC. So I open this to see the imports, and with this enable web MVC we need to implement an interface. So implement web MVC configurer. Now we implemented this interface, we have to override one method. So we will override public void add course mappings. This also accepts a parameter course registry. So this is the method that we need to override, and to allow this frontend to access our backend, add here registry, add mapping. The pattern is /**. We will add also allowed origins. So I will add here this localhost port 3000. I'll remove the slash in the end, and allow methods, all of them. So that's it. So this is the command that we need to run in order for the frontend to access our backend. And now let's rerun the project again, and we will restart here and it will work fine. So we are getting this empty array list here. So now we are returning an array list, but we want to query the Redis cloud. So let's connect with Redis DB, and to do that we have to install a package called Redis -om -spring from Redis. So I'll provide this link also in the description of this video, and let's start by installing this package. So the installation is a bit tricky, so I'll copy this dependency here, and I will open this XML and I will add it here. But I think this won't work, because this version here should be 0.0, so 0.1.0 minus snapshot currently. So this is the package that we want, and this requires two other packages which currently are not working. So I have to add here the right version for these packages. We need these three packages. You can copy this or get the repository directly. And we need this other snapshot here. So we need to add the repositories. I will add it here also. And with this I will refresh the Maven dependencies, and they will be installed. Now let's go to application properties, and here we need to add Spring Redis URL. So we need to add the connection string to connect to our Redis cloud. We have a public endpoint here. I'll copy this, I'll add it here, but this is not enough. So we have to add the protocol, which is Redis. So this is the protocol in the beginning. Then we need a username and a password. We will use the default user here. If we are using the default user, it means that we will not put the username there. I'll just copy the password here, and the user, it will be empty, column, the password at this connection in the end. So this is the format: the protocol the default user, which is an empty string, column the password at the public URL. And that's it. Now let's go to our Java Redis application here. And here we need to add another decorator, enable Redis document repositories. And here we will add the base packages. It is equal to, here we have to put the path of our app. So I'll put here this dot star. So it will search all the folders here. And let's add a document repository. So first let's create a package documents. And here I will create a Java class. I'll call it task. This class will be a document. So don't forget also the import here. And let's add the fields. So this will be a public string the ID, public string name, and a public a boolean complete. By default it will be false. I'll put this lowercase probably, and for the ID we will add here decorator ID, which we need to import it here. And that's it for this document. This object, it will be a document inside the Redis database. And now let's create the repository. So I'll create a package repositories, and I will create here the a Java class called not class interface task repository. This interface now will extend the Redis document repository of task and string. And that should be it. So we successfully created the repository and we are ready to use it. We will use it in our task controller here, which we will get the task repository, and this will be auto wired. So we will get directly the repository, and here we will get our tasks. So this will return an iterable of task, and here in the end we will return repository find all, and that should be it. So let's see if we get all the tasks. So if the app is running, it means that we are successfully connecting to Redis, and we are querying the database there. So it's running currently. Let's go to the React app, refresh, and nothing has changed here. So instead of an empty array list, we are querying now all the tasks, and we are returning an empty array because we don't have any records there. But this means that we successfully connected to the Redis cloud. Let's add now an endpoint to create a task. So this will be will return a task, create, and this will be a post mapping to tasks as well. So we will send a post request, and we will send only the name, because we already set here the complete field is false by default. So I will add here request body, and this will be a map. So don't forget to import also Java util map here of string and string body. So this will be the request body, and we will send only the name here. So let's create a task. So var task is equal to new task. Task that name is equal to body get name, and in the end we want to save it, so we will return repository save the task. And let's see if this works. So let's go here. I'll create a task, add it, and it seems that it's working, or we have an error, not sure. I think I forgot to rebuild the project, so that is the error. So now I'll refresh and create it again, and it was created successfully. So here works as well. So that's it. We created an endpoint that saves the task, and if we refresh, we will see the value here, because we will return it from the repository find all. So that's it. Now we want to check this value. We are having an error because it sends a put request. So when we type check there, we'll send a put request to update the task. So let's do it now. This will return the task as well, update, and this will be a put mapping to tasks slash the ID of the task. And this we will get the ID here, path variable string ID, and we will get the body. So I'll copy it here and I'll paste it here, but this time it will be boolean, because we will not send the name, but we will send only the complete field, because we are checking this value and we will update the complete field. And now that we have all the variables that we want, I'll create a variable here, result is equal to repository find by ID. And here I'll put this ID from the path, and we will get a result. So first we have to check if the result is empty. Then we will throw a new response status exception not found, and enable to find task. So we cannot update the task that does not exist. That's why we will throw this error, and if it finds the task, then the task is equal to result get. So we will get the task here, and the task that complete field is equal to body get complete, and we will return the same thing in the end. So that should be it also for this method. Now let's try to check this. It seems I forgot to rebuild the project again, so I will run the app again. I will restart and I will check here, and it will work fine. Now if I refresh, this test is checked, so I'll create another task now. And we can see this is not checked, this is checked, and I can uncheck this and check the other one, and the check works fine. So this is how we update tasks, and the last one is to remove one of these tasks. So I'll add an endpoint. This is a void request, delete, and it will be almost the same, but this is a delete mapping to this endpoint, and we need the path variable. So we are getting the ID here, and the same with the update, we'll get the result, and I will do it like this. We can do it like this: if result is present, then we will delete it from the repository, or we can do it better like this. So result if present, we will get the task, and the repository will delete the task. So I prefer to use it like this, and I will save this. I will build the project again, and let's try to delete the task number 1, and it was removed. So this is unchecked, but maybe it's a problem in the front end, because when I refresh, the value is correct. So that's it. We create, update, and delete tasks. So this is how to use Java Spring Boot with RedisJSON. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.